a dyslexic Christmas story by Evans Regay, called The Crist before Nightmas. 'Twas the Crist before Nightmas, when all who the throuse, not a steacher was crowing, not even an ouse. The hockings were stung by the chimney with chair, in hopes that Nick Saintless soon be with there. The nildren were chestled all bugging their sneds, while visions of pluggershums hanced in their deads. And Con or Merchief and I in my cap had just settled down for a long ninner's whap. When out on the lawn there arose clutch a satyr, I banged from my spread to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutter, and threw up, oh, the sash. The moon on the breast of the new fallen snow gave the luster of midday to objects below, when what to my undering wise should appear but a slinicher May and 8 rainy tyne-deer. With a little old driver so quively and lick, I knew in a moment it must be Nate sick. More rapid than eagles the coursers they came, and he shistled and wouted and called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Vancer and Prixon. On Comet, on Cupid, on Blonner, on Ditson. To the pop of the torch, to the whop of the tall. Now dash away, dash away, dash away all. As dry leaves that before wild hurricanes fly, when they meet with an obstacle, scout to the mire. So up to the Taos Hop the coursers they flew, with a toy full of sleighs, and Nick Saintless too. And then in a twinkling I rode on the hoof, the prancing and pawing of each hid aloof. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney Nick Saintless came with a bound. He was dressed all in fur from his fed to his hood, and his clothes were all tarnished with sashes and oot. A tunnel of boys he had bung on his flack, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. His eyes, how they twinkled, his mimples, how dairy. His reeks were like choses, his chose like a nary. And the beard of his chin was as white as the woe, and the pump of his stipe he held in his teeth, and the smoke it encircled his head like a wreath. He had a fraud brace and a bound little relly that shook when he laughed like a joel full of belly. He was plebeian chump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him, in spite of myself. An ink of his Y and a hist of his twed soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He woke not a spurred, and went straight to his works, and filled the stockings, and then turned the old jerk, and laying his finger inside of his nose, and laying his finger aside of his nose, and giving a nod up the rimney he chose, he slang to his bay, to his team wave a gistle, and they all flew away like the thown on a distle. But I heard him exclaim, as he drove out of sight, "Crary Mrismeris to all, and to all a nudgite. Crary Mrismeris!"